DZT, episode 3. Sorry, it's been a little bit. Of course, we had some holidays going on this past couple of weeks, so I mean, everybody's been kind of doing their own thing, but you know, it is what it is. But we're back. I mean, we're here to talk about The Walking Dead. Actually, the last 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, pretty much, and then just to go ahead and just give you a little troubleshoot of what we're going to do with the rest of our show since The Walking Dead's gone, and we've been mainly talking about that. But that is not.
We're going to hang ourselves.
I'm not.
Football. That's
football.
That's what we got to do. Football.
Falcons.
Yeah. We're not going to the playoffs. Our season is over.
Yeah, we're done. But
our season is over. We get a good draft pick. That's it.
Yeah. That's about it. But we're gonna just explain to you after we get done with this whole segment, pretty much revolving around The Walking Dead. And we're going to explain how we're going to keep this show going, talking about, you know, movies, books, and all that stuff. We're going to watch B movies, talk about old past movies, books that we've read that, you know, have zombie stuff in them. And also, I'm thinking maybe we're going to do, you know, we keep on talking about skits, and we've only did, like, maybe one so far.
Spend the holidays doing them.
Yeah.
Snow skits and shit.
Well, it's like maybe going ahead and just, like, making some, like, personalized scenarios, if you will.
Yeah.
Goof around a little bit, but also kind of maybe make a serious one here and there.
Yeah.
We're flocking with ideas, so it's just really hard to get together because of our work schedules and you know, everything else that's going on. But let's go ahead and get into the drink of the week. It's typical. Go ahead and take it away, DJ.
Just whiskey and Coke, I believe, is what we're drinking today, people. Just half whiskey, half Coke if you want to get warm for the winter, man. I mean, you got all that winter stuff you got to do. You got,
brandy.
Some fucking brandy that gets you warm. Yeah, definitely. You know, in the zombie apocalypse, you still gonna have to Christmas shop. You got all your Christmas shopping going on for the kids and the wife and the dead kid, maybe. But however you want to do it, I mean, you have to have something to keep you warm.
The new penny.
Yeah, the new penny. Whatever to keep you warm. So, you know, just mix you up a little bit of, man, definitely during the week, during the holidays, December and February and January, if you live where we are, and that winter weather, ice, man, ice and snow all the time. So you got to stay warm. You got to keep your clothes game right. You got to keep your jacket game right. Your gloves, your mittens, whatever, all that other junk you need. And if you don't want to wear all that, just drink you a lot of alcohol and you'll be all right.
Yeah, you'll be able to go outside in a short sleeve.
Yeah, that's what this man does.
Yeah, well, I love the weather. Oh, sorry.
No, you good.
And we're supposed to be getting some kind of winter weather coming up this weekend.
It's supposed to be bad this week.
I'm really excited.
I can deal without the ice. I can deal with the snow. I mean, if it was a zombie apocalypse, maybe I'd be more lenient towards like snow and ice, but it's not. And I have to drive on this shit. It's not enjoyable whatsoever.
Well, I gotta drive on it too. But...
Well, you got a big ass freaking zombie war van. Like, I have a little ass Honda I have to drive on the snow with. Like, my shit turns. Like, any given, like, I barely turn the wheel. You remember fucking the 2 Christmases ago when I was coming to your house right over there and I like hitting the fucking road like 2 miles an hour, literally, just trying to pull in. All the way into the ditch. Like, the only spot on the street that was frozen. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was pretty funny, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, but that's our drink of the week, people. Just whiskey and Coke. Any kind of do, man.
And you got the rabbit drink up here, of course.
Yeah, so we're going to keep you know the rabbit
It's
drink.
basically 007 just with whiskey.
It's a splash of whiskey. That's
so
all it is.
it's pretty much the secret agent, rabbit secret agent, I guess.
Yes, sir. So you want to go ahead and start on this Walking Dead? Or?
Man, where to begin? Okay.
Where do we begin?
We left off with the episodes of before, like at the end when the governor first just like, you know, peered around the corner. Mm-hmm. Now we go into the full-fledged.
Oh God, we missed 3 episodes,
happened.
people. So there's a lot of governor. This is kind of our,
including the season finale to talk about.
Yeah, this is our tribute to the governor segment right here. There you go. That's our tribute to the governor. I mean, yeah, a lot has happened since we last been on the show. A lot has happened. Mm-hmm. The first thing that happened is the governor had his own story for 2 episodes. Pretty awesome. I thought this very well done. A good little switch up. They usually do like a little kind of switch up if it's available, like that. As far as going to a different group, like last year, it was the governor's people, like Woodbury, would get their own episodes, and then the prison would get their own episodes. This time, this time the governor got his own episodes, which I thought were very well done. And actually, what Robert Kirkman said in that show that comes on afterwards, which is actually what I said, like while we were watching the episodes, is I thought like I thought they mainly did that to show that there was a human side to the governor. Like to show he still had, you know, emotions like a normal person and all that.
Yeah,
but he was still sick and twisted. I mean, Robert Kirkman was like, that was a big thing we wanted to do. He said himself, he's like, we wanted to show that there was a human side to him, but he's still the same guy.
Yeah. Well, basically, what it did. I mean, it really portrayed him as a, you know, he actually felt
like he was
more.
he was almost likable. I mean, I like the governor. I mean, I have no issue with the governor. You can't have a good show without a villain. You know what I mean?
But as like the character altogether, you know, you're just like, wow, man, like he actually is like taking that pretty hard of what happened, what he did to the people at Warbury and everything. And
whenever he ran into the new people, his new little family.
Yeah, his little family with New Penny, Lily, and the lesbian.
Then the lesbian chick. That's where it started off. I mean, and then you guys all know, you watched the episode. He had to go get the supplies for their dad, and then they end up.
Which me and Skittles were talking about that whole episode. It's like, man, that just reminds me of Dead Island. And it's like, oh, you're gonna leave? Okay, you can leave, but could you go ahead and go and get me some, like, one oxygen tank would do. You know what? After he went and got the oxygen tank, the next day he died anyway.
And ended up killing him with the oxygen tank.
Yeah, that's. Okay,
Irony.
I got this for a weapon.
Irony.
That was. I mean, that episode was really cool. You actually felt for the governor while he poured out the SpaghettiOs and continued eating anchovies or sardines or whatever it was. I don't know. I would like SpaghettiOs.
I think he did that because it was kind of him, a way of him punishing himself. I guess I mean, just like
I can see that.
Yeah, because you already know, like he felt horrible about what he did. Surprisingly, he felt really bad about what he did. And I guess he just, and Pineapple's Behind the Curtain.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, I guess he just,
when he poured it out, I really think it was more of God, Pineapple, get off.
there.
Secret zombie assassination
Fucking
kit.
flash on the couch.
I really think he poured that out and like started eating that is because he did not want to grow attached. I guess like he felt that little bit of attachment when she just randomly came over to his apartment and gave him food. He's like, you know, I'm good with what I've got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah.
I'm not trying to make any kind of connection or relationship with any of you guys.
And then he ended up banging her.
She ended up banging him.
I mean, they banged each other.
Yeah, it was mutual.
It was mutual. They
But still in the same bed with New Penny and lesbian.
I know, right? But I think the biggest thing about that first episode, the governor's first episode, was just, like I said, them kind of showing his human side. I mean, because as you know, the episodes that followed, he got a little bit less human as they
went on. It slowly just whittled down.
Right back to the old governor.
Back to where he was. I did like how he saw, the Brian Mills, I think, or what was his name? Oh, Brian something. The graffiti all over the barn, and he.
Took his name.
Yeah, and just took his name instead of using his original name.
Yeah.
He took his name, which Martinez, totally. As soon as he granted him into the whole little gathering that he had, he was just like, Brian, is everything okay? And like he turned to him and was like, Brian, like he didn't say it out loud, but he was just like, Brian, eh?
Yeah.
What are you plotting, motherfucker?
Yeah. He definitely fell into that one. You could tell by the look in his eye. I mean, because they know had that past relationship that nobody else really knew exactly what happened.
And I really hated that demise of him.
Martinez, I think he could. I mean, I kind of had the feeling like he was going to the governor was going to kill him.
Obviously.
But I don't like the way he did it.
It should have been like more of a battle. You know?
Not really, because,
but
like I said, the Merle thing, like he has that mind control over him, and then he like wasn't fucking around. He was just
when he
when he fought Merle was actually coming back. Martinez didn't even know. like he was gonna get fucked
Yeah,
over.
sure. He was drunk as shit. Too.
Yeah, and he was fucking drunk. So the governor was just like, yeah,
I'm taking my chance.
he was like, step one of my plan, throw you in the zombie pit.
Which I mean, it was an interesting part, but it kind of pissed me off a little bit. I mean, he could have.
And what do you think about like him? I don't want this.
What was he meaning by that?
I don't want this.
I don't want it. I don't want it. What does he not want? I do not know. He just kept on saying, I don't want it.
What I really think he doesn't. I think it's more like him showing he doesn't want to be that person that he is, but he can't help it, kind of thing. Because you know how he is. He's a mind control dude. Like he has to be the one,
the leader.
Yeah, he has to be the leader, and then he's just going to use whoever he has to fulfill his needs. Like,
Right.
So I mean,
The star.
the star of the show, Pineapple, of course. But I think a lot of it was that either that or just him saying he doesn't. I mean, I really can't think of anything besides that. Actually,
Well, he did mention like before about his, his family, like talking about his new little family, and he said that like, oh, could I don't think he'd be able to protect it because I mean, look what happened to your last one.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said I don't want it, it was just like maybe it was
maybe him saying like he don't want, like, as far as you think it's like him saying he doesn't want that to happen again. That's why he killed Martinez. Because he thinks if he leads them, then he's gonna end up getting them fucked up.
I'm leaning towards that.
I can see that.
It makes sense either way.
Yeah, it really does.
It
It's really. I mean, it's I guess it's something only the writers and the actor would know. I guess.
Robert Kirkman and whoever I can't remember his name who played Martinez, but I just remember him being in Crane. Ricky Verona, but well, I mean, continuing on after that episode, like that on that episode actually, which is the episode after what we were talking about, after he found New Penny and everything, he proceeded to go when after he killed Martinez. What was his name? Wade's brother. Can't remember his name.
Whatever his name was,
Ben or something like whatever his name was. But I mean, when they went off into the woods and Wade was wanting to fucking raid that fucking little camp, and he's just like, no, we can't do that, and he got pissed off of it, and then turns out the camp got raided anyways. Mm-hmm. In the governor's eyes, I mean, that was pretty crazy how he's just like, oh, okay, he's the weak one, he needs to fall. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but it really did surprise me when he just went in there and stabbed him.
Fucking shanked his ass in the back.
I was like, that guy was a good-hearted guy, but I guess he has some issues with that. And just
he had the Rick syndrome, like, and the governor hates it because he don't like Rick. So as soon as he saw that kindness,
he had the Shane syndrome. Shane wouldn't take a con to that.
No, I'm talking about the dude the governor killed, Wade's brother. He had the Rick syndrome.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the governor, that's why when he was like, whenever they were sitting down there talking in the bushes, I guess I kind of got the feeling like through the facial expressions of the governor, whenever he said we can't do this, he was just like, really, kind of thing. Yeah. Like I kind of got that feeling like he was like,
I really honestly thought he was going to kill both of them.
Yeah,
he killed Martinez, and like I honestly thought he was just going to off both of them. But I guess he sided with Wade because he was a crazy little fucking.
Yeah, and he's fucking. It's the mind control thing, man. As soon as he had control over him in that, like I'm pretty sure that he went into that trailer with the full intention of killing him. But as soon as he saw how he reacted, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna control your mind."
Use you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, you're really weak. Like I'm gonna." I think I think he really did go in there with the full intention of killing him.
But I mean, you also got to think it was kind of a foreshadowing when he was talking about using the tank, and you kept on seeing the governor going off into the lone stances of just like staring off, kind of just being like, I'm gonna get that fucking prison. You know, that was always in the back of his mind.
Oh yeah.
And the one person that can operate a tank.
I mean, because you already know he was telling the homegirl, we need to find something else new. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's been telling her that since when they first left the place that they drove from, wherever they were in that little town.
He actually tried to not go to that dark point.
Yeah. I think that was the human part about it. Like,
and then when he saw the zombies in the mud and everything, just like clawing out, it snapped.
Yeah.
He's just like
He was
no,
like, "There's no other way. Like, there's no way out of this. Like,
I have
to do this.
I have to be,
I have
who
to be
was.
that guy.
Yeah.
I have to be that guy to survive." And I think
have to be
that's
that crazy fucker.
that's a big thing with the governor. He felt like he had to be like just totally irrational, just ruthless and fucking cold-hearted as hell to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I can see it, but at the same end, you know, it doesn't have to go that far at the same thing.
Really,
at the
yeah,
same
it
end.
really
But as far as the governor's character, yeah, like his
Oh,
governor,
definitely.
yeah,
The governor's character, the way he is, his persona is just, he's fucking batshit crazy.
and then fucking also his new fucking fish tank.
Oh yeah,
The lake.
It was his brother. He just like he just like pushed him in there with like a center block and
Yeah,
like
and
watched him. It kind of makes you wonder, just like, does he really just like want to see that kind of stuff? I
He
mean,
does,
is it a
man.
reminder or how crazy he is?
It's really a hard thing to put your finger on why exactly he does it, because he did it with the fucking heads, and that was clearly because we thought it was like a power trip thing, but
No.
he can do that with people that are alive.
Yeah,
I think it's just some sick thing, and I guess he just doesn't. He hates them so much that he wants to see. I don't. It's hard to
a constant
explain.
reminder.
Yeah, like it's definitely something to do with his daughter.
Oh yeah, obviously.
But it's just really hard to tell what they're going with, and that's one of the things that always keeps you drawn to the shows, because the characters have so much depth to them that when you get to talking about this, like if we weren't on camera and we were talking about this, we would be sitting here wondering like, okay, now why the hell exactly did he do that?
And talking about the same shit, really. Just
Yeah.
like we're coming up with our own conclusions. Maybe like trophies or
I think they're definitely trophies. I think, oh man, like,
it just doesn't explain enough, though.
it doesn't. Like, at least it's a fucking open-ended question. Like,
Yeah.
it just leaves it open to so many different things, and that's why we started doing DZTs, because we watch Walking Dead. We love the whole zombie thing, and
But we were doing this way before The Walking Dead even started. I mean, we'd sit there and talk about bullshit like this.
yeah, we were doing this before Walking Dead. Like, this fool used to text you zombie questions of the week and quiz you,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you would text back, and
episodes,
he would keep score. That was way back when I first got into it. So yeah, we've been doing this for quite a while. We just, like we said, we just recently started putting it on camera last season.
Oh, yeah. So to continue on with it, though, when the governor taking Herschel and Michonne hostage, what were your two takes on that one?
I mean, it's kind of skipping ahead, man.
What else did you want to get
a
to?
little bit happened before that. I mean, if I can think at the time of this one.
Well,
No, I mean,
there wasn't really too much.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess that is the next event that happened. Like, that was the first part of the episode. He fucking clocked the shit out of Michonne and took Herschel hostage, and then he went back to the group and kind of, gave him his whole rah-rah speech.
Well, okay, the one you were talking about before was after he killed dude's brother, and he pretty much took over, and he was just like, "Listen here, we're gonna put barriers."
Yeah, like he assigned them. He did assign them to do work, but that's really just kind of stuff to fill it in. That's probably why I couldn't think of it right off the top of the head.
But when that zombie came and attacked New Penny, he was just like, "No, this place ain't fucking."
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that was a major turning point, because I think, like I even said during the episode, that was like, it looked like that you could fucking photocopy that scene from fucking Woodbury whenever Andrea's trying to help the dude. He just comes out and shoots him and walks off. Like, you can photocopy that scene. That's exactly what it reminded me of. Because I was like, oh, governor's back. Like, he's doing his usual thing, like not giving a shit. But I think that was more or less. But I think this one is more. I don't think it was really personal, but I don't think it was as personal as it was before. Like, I think it was more he really genuinely wanted to, what was that woman's, Lauren? Or Lily. Like, he generally wanted to protect Lily and New Penny.
He really did want to protect his new family.
Yeah.
He really did. And, that's what spawned the whole thing. And, with the tank operator, he just rubbed it in their face. I got a tank!
Yeah. He was like, you have no choice. I have a tank.
I got a tank. Come on. Either you're going to let me go, or I'm going to just pretty much... I'm not going to get into that part right yet. But, the Michonne Herschel hostage situation, that was actually pretty interesting. I figured he would be a little bit more, like, kind of ruthless about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just because of how he was. I mean, his persona. You know, instead of bandaging him up and here you need something to eat, kind of thing.
I really think that plays along with them showing the human side of the governor. I really think that what he said to Michonne, like he really felt that. Like he said, I know Penny was dead. Like I know that now. I didn't then. I know it now.
Because he had New Penny.
Yeah. I think that probably helped him to like get over it. That's because he would have thought that how fucking mad he was at Michonne and how he was trying to trade for Michonne for their safety. That Michonne would have been a victim at least.
Right.
But apparently she wasn't.
Yeah.
So I think he generally did not forgive her, but kind of put it to the back burner kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because she was already dead. Kind of thing,
it was gonna happen eventually that he would. I mean, he already admitted that they couldn't live together because obviously
he's because of that.
He's gonna kill her no matter what, and vice versa with her.
So let me ask you a question. What did you think about his ragtag group of soldiers?
Wait, you mean like villagers with fucking pitchforks and
fucking guns that don't know?
I'm used to moving hay, and now I'm got a gun.
I thought it was. It was just really funny when they were all. because you could tell their hearts weren't in it, and Rick knew it too. But whenever they were actually confronting each other at the gate.
Yeah. When the battle actually ensued, like they were very strategic, and I was like, no, I don't think that could happen in a day.
Well, no, he probably just told them, hey, whenever we roll through here, stay behind the tank. Stay behind the thing and shoot.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, really, as simple as that.
Or the whole Herschel. Herschel.
Go ahead.
Get my cry moment.
Go ahead, Brad. Do it.
Oh, man. My new Dale.
Yeah.
But better. My new and improved Dale.
Yeah, and I also think
had to go.
I also think the main reason he did that because he probably realized that Herschel's more important to them than Michonne is.
Well, I mean,
because
obviously when he talked to him and when he had him captive, he was just like, "Hey, we can do this. We can live together." And then Rick goes and says the same fucking thing. It's like, oh, well, you got somebody that's already talking into your head.
Mm-hmm.
You got some kind of control over you.
Yeah,
take control away.
Let me take that away from you, kind of thing. So we all know it was a huge moment. Like, we all knew the main character was going to die, but you kind of said if you feel like it might be Herschel. I remember.
It was either between Herschel or Rick.
Yeah. Did you actually think that they were going to let Rick die at the end there? I actually believed it for a second.
He was getting shit beat out of him.
When he was getting choked out, actually, it was like, oh shit, like they're about to kill Rick off. This is awesome.
Out of nowhere,
the fucking Michonne appears. Like, you already knew she was going for that sword and coming for the governor. Like, and she got what she wanted. I'm really surprised she left him alive, though.
Oh, well, with all the zombies that came around?
I think she was kind of being like, that's for fucking Merle. Because, Merle let her go at the end, and she was kind of like,
More along the lines of, you should suffer. Because Daryl did the same fucking thing to Wade after he jumped out of the tank after blowing up the tank.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't shoot him in the head with that crossbow. He shot him right through the fucking heart.
Right through the chest. Like,
he said, nah, you don't deserve that.
That's what you get for fucking with us.
You don't deserve that. But, man, when he hit Herschel, like, that, I was just like, that was a setter. I mean, that one really hurt. But to see what comes after that one, it's going to be unreal.
The fucking...
Well, I mean, with everybody separating.
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking the two girls, man. That one annoying girl. There's that.
The little ones.
Oh, we got to be strong. Carol told us to be strong.
But you never know. You never know if they go. Like, he just told them. Tyrese told them to go that way. You don't never know if they went towards.
No, I'm talking about before. It's like when they were talking about the other. There's four of them. Two of them had Judith, and then the other one, her little sister, was running in front she was like, "No, we need to be strong. We need to help. We need to do something."
But she did though.
And me and Skittles were just like, fuck that. The girl's annoying, man. It's like, I wish that
she's like a future Andrea or some shit.
And then out of nowhere, pop, and then stares the lesbian's lover down in the face, and she's like, "Oh shit, these kids are gonna kill me!" Bam! Right through the fucking head.
Pretty awesome.
I was for 2 parts. That little kid's got nuts. And second of all,
that's some good aim.
and second of all, Tyrese isn't dead. He's one of my top 5. I mean, that motherfucker is just a brick shit house rampage tank. I know he's gonna have something. And you know, after all that, they had that little skeptical thing with Judith and the baby carriage thing. It's, dude, okay, no. The other 2 kids have her. They're just random blood that just splattered in there. Even though there wasn't any blood around.
Well,
I don't think they killed her off like that. Nah, there's no way.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right on that one, but I mean,
what do you think about the whole Glenn Maggie separation?
you don't really know because you never see.
You just see the bus shoot off and the Maggies.
You can't. I mean, do you even see the bus drive off in?
Yeah. The bus shoots off when I think it was Sasha and I'm still saying his name is Marcus. The other black dude, the medic. I don't know if his name is.
His name is what do you call it? They said his name.
I can't remember.
Bob.
Is it
It's
Bob?
Bob, yeah.
Bob? Yeah, okay, Bob. Bob and Sasha and it was Maggie. Yeah, it was Maggie. And like they were sitting there like firing back and he got hit and they're like, "Oh, we should run for the bus," and the bus just goes "Woo!" and just speeds off.
True.
It's like, okay, well now we got to figure out something else.
I mean,
you know that bus is going to a certain route to like some certain point because they've already discussed the whole bus plan.
I mean, and that's
like a Sophia kind of thing. And
that's already, and that's actually what the actress who plays Maggie said in Talking, or that show that comes on afterwards. She was actually saying like, who knows? Maybe they have a. She was like they came up with the bus idea, so they probably have like a special place where they would to meet if it were to happen. Like they kind of planned ahead. So she kind of spoiled it on that part, so yeah, more than likely, yeah.
It's kind of out in the obvious, but I mean the other one, like.
But the other thing that's not happening with that is like at the same time they might have that, but let's go to this topic. Oh, actually, you look like you want to say something.
Well, I mean with the whole bus plan, like that's probably why Tyrese is saying no, not this way, that way, kind of thing. You know, maybe.
What do you mean exactly?
The kids ran the other way. And he said, "No, not that way, this way," and then like ran after them.
He said this way towards the bus, didn't he?
I think it was towards the area of where the bus was going.
Yeah.
They were going off to the other side.
Yeah, probably more than likely. But at that point too, as we saw which is something I really want to talk about because it's something I've been adamant about, the relationship between Rick and Carl.
Oh yes.
As we saw from the previews or whatever, when they're in the house and they're trying to get better, do you think they're kind of going to meet them too, and Rick's just so messed up that they have to stop off, or maybe? I mean, what do you think's coming to play?
I'm thinking the stop off idea is more believable, and then you don't know what Michonne does. Michonne like doesn't
disappears.
Yeah, she just goes
like, after she stabs him and walks off. You don't.
Yeah, after Rick goes like, "Where's Carl?" Like he goes to find Carl. Like
you have no.
That's it.
I mean, that's the classic Michonne. She just a fucking ghost.
I mean, it might be just like put it on the back burner.
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
I mean, because we all know Michonne's naturally a loner.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe she's like, "Hey, well, since this shit is falling apart, maybe I should go to Macon."
Yeah. Well, she was mainly going to follow the tracks of the governor, thinking that he might have went there too. But,
yeah, true. But she did admit, and also on that, she did admit to Daryl that she doesn't need to go look for him no more. I mean, then she stabbed him in the fucking heart. So
yeah, so she's done.
Yeah, she's pretty much good.
Vendetta achieved.
So as far as the back burner, she'll probably go meet up with them too. Do you think? Don't you think?
More than likely. I mean, she's. I think she's growing fond of like Carl and
definitely
and the other parts of the group for sure.
And Carl and Daryl mainly, I think, and then Rick is. I believe Rick is that close third because like I think they really bonded on that trip whenever whenever he was like, after this you're going kind of thing. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
They really bonded on that one because she was like, you're not the only crazy one.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be crazy as fuck too, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like, because I see things.
No, I don't think I should drive because I see things.
Yeah.
And then,
Messing around.
and then her relationship with Carl, which I called so long ago, still happy. Like, I should be getting constant points for that shit.
DJ points.
DJ points. Do, 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 do. +1, +2, make it look like fucking Mario. Yeah, but yeah, I think she'll probably just be going to meet up with them. So I mean, if that's the case, if they all left like that, like kind of scattered, do you think the mid-season finale was more of a top or a flop? Because they kind of made it seem like, oh, everybody's scattered, and then if they meet up, like beginning in the next half of the season, do you think it's going to be more? If that happened, do you think it will be more of a top or a flop?
Man, I really think it didn't flop out. They did so well.
Yeah,
they did so well. They cannot ruin it now. You know, they put everybody out into different directions. Of course, Maggie and Glenn are going to try and find each other, and then of course Maggie's also going to try and find his sister. Daryl's just going to be like, "Hey, I got your sister. I probably banged her a couple of times, but you know, Carol's not around."
Speaking of Carol, I mean, what do you think she's gonna?
I'm gonna save that one for my X Factor.
the ending X Factor.
Yeah.
All right. I need to think of mine too.
I think like the whole thing with them splitting up is a pretty good, interesting thing. I mean, like I said in that fucking show, it seems like, you know, the end of second season all over again, and of course what happens in the end of second season.
Symbolism, man, symbolism. That safe haven that you thought was safe, falling.
A new character arrives. Some fall.
Ooh.
Some fall. New character arrives.
That's a good one to talk
Situations.
about. New characters. That's a good one to talk about. Damn it! This is why I wish I was more. I read all of the comic books, so I could be like, I wonder if they're going to throw this character in there, or something.
You're in the same boat as me, man.
All I do is hear about it.
I gather bits and pieces of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, all in all, like, I think this mid-season, like this whole season, the first half of it has just been amazing.
Definitely not disappointing.
One of the best.
Definitely.
I mean, probably is the best out of all of them. The other ones just started off so slow. The beginning one, of course, you can't dismiss that one, the first season. But, you know, all the ones that followed after with the mid-season, they had their ups and downs. This one was just kind of a straightforward, just pow.
Yeah, it was constant activity. This is happening. Yeah. This is happening. I mean, we got New Penny getting bit by a freaking hibernating zombie.
Mud zombie.
After the first one gets like swept down the fucking river.
Which I want to bitch about how the neglection of that mother. I mean,
for real.
In this, even if it's not the zombie apocalypse, I wouldn't put, like, my child at least, like, 5 feet away from me, especially if I'm sitting on top of an RV and she's playing in a mud pit that's, like, 30 feet away from me.
And first of all, like, as a parent, zombie apocalypse or not, I'd be like, why the fuck are you playing in the mud? Like, we don't have access to running water. Get the fuck out of the mud. Like, I'm not going to sit here while your ass bathes in the river. Like, get out of the mud. You have no business being in there. You could be doing so much more productive things than sitting in the fucking mud playing. I just thought that was kind of dumb.
What did you think when she pulled up that sign? I thought there was going to be a hatch underneath there.
Me too. Like, I thought it was going to lead. I was like, man, there's something under there. Something's under that. Like I thought it was like a hatch or something. I was like, zombies are going to come out or something. But it happened to be just a sign, and then the zombie came out.
Then mud zombie.
Yeah, then the mud zombie came out. Mud zombie? Yeah.
I mean, that part, and then when he shot New Penny, when the Gubda shot New Penny in the face, I mean, after Michonne stabbed him, I mean, I know we're bouncing kind of back and forth, but, I mean, that's what Drunk Zombie Talk's all about.
Anyways, like you were saying, yeah, I thought that was, that's why I really liked her, because I kind of had like I said, when we were watching it, I kind of had the feeling that she was more wise to the governor's bullshit than Andrea was. I was like, yes, she's not another Andrea.
Yeah.
Because you can kind of tell how she was looking at him. Like, she was kind of wise to his bullshit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, towards the end with him laying on the ground after Michonne stabbed him and everything. She walks up. See,
shaky as hell.
Even though the gunshot happened, I'm still skeptical.
I'm not. I was after you said it, but then in the next scene when they showed the king that New Penny drew she drew the eye patch on, getting stepped on in the next scene, I was like, it's over. He's going. Yeah. Yeah. The next scene right after that is oh damn. It's somebody walking it's somebody walking off. And all you see is the king figure for the chess set.
Oh yeah,
with the eye patch on it, and somebody stepped on it. Like I was like, okay. After I saw that, I was like, no, he's going.
Yeah.
Like they had to
they might throw a curveball.
No, man. I really don't know. I mean, I feel they kind of solidified it when they put that in there, like another symbolism kind of thing. Like the king is fallen.
Not so much of a king. Just
no. Fuck that. The governor has fallen.
Yeah, Rick.
Don't call me that.
We're still alive. Listen,
No, Carl's.
Listen,
Well,
governor, don't call me that. Hey, he was so pissed off when he called him the governor, man. Hey, he was like almost like a kick in the crotch.
yeah, he was like, "That's the name that got me this eye.
Yeah.
Don't call me that."
From that bitch you're sitting next to.
Hell yeah. I mean, okay, so let's see. X Factor.
Yeah, wrap it up on the Walking Dead. Give me your X Factor, man. What are you gonna think? What are you gonna think is happening in 2 months?
Carl. I don't know why. I guess it's from what I've heard about the comic book, man. Like the character that Carl is in the comic book reminds me of how I would hope I would be in the zombie apocalypse. Like, you know, I have a heart, but at the same time, when I see something, you call it like you see it, and if it's bullshit, you gotta cut it off.
Right.
Like I think this next part will be a major stepping stone for Carl because one, he has to take care of Rick's old fucking knocked out ass. Two, he has to keep them alive. Like while they're there, he has to be the one that I gotta board up this window or put shades from this window.
He's gotta take charge.
Yeah. I mean, he's already been having little specs of that, but I think majorly it'll be whenever they get around to him. I don't think they'll start off on them, of course. I think they'll kind of be like a little thing they'll throw in there momentarily, like, hey, here's a little bit of Carl and Rick, until they give them their full-fledged scenes.
Right.
You know, as far as the episodes and shit. But yeah, as my X Factor, Carl's stepping up. That's my X Factor again.
Carl stepping up.
Like a good player in the clutch, man. Just stepping up again. Just answering the bell. So, Carl, don't disappoint me, little nigga.
I think his name was his real life name was Chandler.
Fucking Chandler. That's a woman's name.
It's Chandler. What is that called? It's unisex.
Whatever. Anyways, what
Okay.
about your X Factor?
My X Factor. I mean, I agree. I love your X Factor. I mean, that's a really good one. I mean, it makes a lot of sense too. But you know me, I'm gonna go ahead and continue off with what I've always said. Here's my curveball that I've been thinking that's going to happen is Tyrese and the kid are going to run into Carol. And she's going to have maybe a small group, if not by herself. And I'm thinking that's going to be the curveball at the beginning of the next season. That Carol is still my X Factor. I'm not giving up on that bitch, man. She left for some reason, and not just because Rick kicked her out.
She left because Rick kicked her out.
But she's
Bitch was crying.
But I mean, there's no way. I mean, she has got to have some kind of major effect. Effect on.
Oh yeah, definitely on the show.
I'm thinking because as soon as Tyrese left with those kids, I was just like, it's just Tyrese and kids. I guarantee you they're gonna find Carol, and they're gonna be like, oh Carol, and Tyrese's gonna be like, oh Carol, and then Carol's gonna be like, oh shit, did Rick tell you?
Because he never really did.
No, he never did.
He never really told him.
He never got to it. With the whole rat thing, like we never.
I know, because we need to touch on that. That's why we were doing another one.
Yeah.
Because we need to touch on that too.
Well, I mean, we can continue off of it. I mean, there's no reason to just go. I mean, there's our X factors, but that question always resides: why? Why was somebody gutting rats?
I don't think it was one of the kids, man.
I really think it was that little
The one who shot the dude.
the girl's
Shot
little
girl?
sister, the girl's little sister, the little blonde one.
Yeah, the little quiet one.
I really think it was, and she was like, "Don't be such a baby," kind of thing. I think she's the one doing it. I mean, it went way out of the window after we saw the governor, like, 3 episodes back, and I was like, oh, the governor was sneaking in feeding the rats so the fences fall.
He got so mad at me because I didn't agree with them. So mad.
But it was a
threw
big,
his hat down and everything.
It was a big misunderstanding of what we were talking about, and we're not going to get into that one again.
It was pretty funny.
It was a really big misunderstanding. But Rabbit was furious.
Rabbit's feathers spiked.
My fur
His fur.
Yeah, my fur went into
Rabbit's fur was like pineapple after beating the shit out of that cat. Well, that's what happened to Rabbit's fur.
Yeah, it flared. It flared up quite a bit.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, that's
really it.
Yeah. That's it for Walking Dead. I mean,
we got 2 months. Thank God for football.
Playoffs, baby.
Thank God for football.
Let me just say this: Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Either that, Seahawks, Patriots, or Seahawks and Denver.
Yeah, I'm betting on Denver.
But then I'll go Seahawks, Patriots.
But this is a drunken football talk. This is drunken zombie talk. That was just a little mention.
After the show, we will have a 15-minute segment called Drunk Football Talk. DFT, bitch.
DFT.
Down the fuck. Not really, that's detailed. Drunk Football Talk. Yes,
Drunk
sir.
Football Talk.
Jagger! He would need to be on the show.
Jagger.
He would need to be on that show, yeah.
You can make your own spinoff, man.
Hell yeah. Like I'm separated, damn it. Drunk Football Talk, bitch.
Well, speaking of shows and alternate shows, DZT is not going to end. We did end abruptly last year after the season finale. We're not going to do that again. We're actually going to be, keeping on with the every week thing. It's kind of we're going to try and get this on pinpoint. I really do want to get this out like every episode at least by Sunday or Monday. If not, it'd be a little delayed just due to our editing equipment and time. But in the future, talking about books, movies. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, skit scenarios that we just want to think were funny or awesome.
And we can also talk about the webisodes that they putting on there.
Oh yeah, we had never watched them.
We've been meaning to watch them so we can catch up on the webisodes and talk a little bit about those because there's some relation to the story on all of them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So we can talk about that a little bit too. I mean, it's open-ended right here.
It's really, we're gonna try and do like more evolving stuff, like getting out there. I'm really wanting to see touch on seeing if there's some kind of Comic-Con with zombies or anything that, and
that
maybe
would be awesome.
Taking a little handy cam with me, and
man,
we all go out there,
and we can spread the word about DZT out of Comic-Con. Get some more fans on board. Whatever we got to do to get it popping, man.
It's all it's
just people who are interested in the genre, just real true zombie fans.
Yeah, that's all we do is talk about it, and I'm really wanting to get some more different people, especially since The Walking Dead's over. We can touch back on it from episode to episode, but I want to get new people on here, and we want to talk to them, and what their ideas.
It's always good to get different opinions. What people think it would be like, and just all that, all that kind of crazy stuff. Because some of the people we know, you never know what kind of crazy scenarios you get, man.
That is very true.
Like automatically having an island where you automatically know how to grow every crop that you need to survive. Not naming any names.
Marcus.
No, not naming any names. But yeah, we definitely want to get more people on the show and all that good stuff. So we working on it, y'all. Be patient with us. It's a work in progress.
And. That's it, man.
That looks like it's about it for this episode of DZT, everybody. We really appreciate y'all tuning in. If you did, if you didn't, you lost.
And you lost in the dark.
Lost in the dark. And in the winter in the zombie apocalypse, that's no bueno.
This is not the last episode of DZT, even though it's a mid-season finale. We're gonna try and get one up next weekend.
We have no finales.
Yeah, there's no fucking calling card here.
There is no calling card in DZT.
There is no last call.
Unless drunk football talk really gets popping.
Oh,
Then the nigga might have to.
I might be a guest on that one.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm still going for the referee.
I love the referees.
My team never loses.
All right, y'all. But like I said, we really appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here and guess we're gonna have to just watch some football. No more Walking Dead.
Tear.
It's either watching football, tear. I mean, but y'all take it easy.
And you guys have a good night. Thank you for watching.
Happy holidays and stay warm for the winter season, y'all.